All right, chat. Welcome, welcome. We're probably in ads right now. Right meow. What's up, chat? Hopefully I spelled the video game right. I'm starting to realize I spelt it by memory instead of just checking. Let me see. Yes. All right, chat. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing good. It is Friday. I did not work today, thank God. Thank God. Let me put some music on. I was looking for playlists now. Where's my, guess this one. There we go. I'm just taking my time today, chat. It's Friday. Let me finish some of my food. I had some Chinese food. And I'm only like a few bites away from being done. I beat Hollow Knight again. Nice. That's some dedication you have, Demon Tears. Alright, chat. I'm such a gamer. Yeah? You have any plans for any other games you want to play? Or that you're curious about? I kind of want some watermelon juice right now. I'm ready for Silk Song. Oh, you're gonna do Silk Song? That's such a hard game. According to what everyone is saying, right? That looks so difficult. Oh, chat. I also worked on the new Silent High redeem. It should have a notification now that pops up. Well, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put it on all the screens. Oh, I have to put it on all the screens. All right, I remember how to do that. But yeah, we have a new Silent High redeem now. A little notification will pop up, but remember, it's for lurkers. So you don't need to at them. You don't need to talk to them. It's just for them to say hi. That's it. Muffin. Enjoy your muffin. I should probably move it higher because now there's a little mouse guy covering it. Hi, Savage. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. Oh. Where's the little oven? Maybe like that. I don't know this song. This isn't part of my playlist. Nope. It's Friday, everyone. It's dance time. You can try having the time of your life. What's up, Bob? What's up, Bulba? How are ya? How you doing? How's it going? Donut? Enjoy your donut. Ooh, I really want some watermelon juice right now. Muy bueno. Yes, mucho bueno. Mucho fuego. Yeah. Oh, I'm really craving some watermelon juice. Ugh. I should probably get some orange juice before we start. The kitchen's 5 steps away. I don't want to go. You are the dancing queen. I got some watermelon to protect my dome. What? Watermelon? On your head? Those stupid watermelon vines. Watermelon. Watermelon vines. Hell yeah, Demon Tears. Get jiggy with it. Girl doesn't know the vines? Wow. What vines? I know watermelon vines, but what are you talking about? Imagine not knowing. Vine, the app before TikTok? Yeah, I know Vines. What? Oh, it's the one that goes, it's a watermelon. Inside of a watermelon. Is that what you mean? Sabercat9928. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing okay on this Friday. Make sure to check out your redeems and your channel points. I hear ABBA. Yes, welcome, welcome. You know what else you can imagine? My nuts in your face. I got him. Yeah. You can imagine that. Imagine wagons. Finishing my coffee. My not so great coffee because I don't have Coffee Mate right now. Chat, today we will be playing a new game. It is a new visual novel called Hakuoki Kyotoans. It is a dating sim from what I heard. I've heard that it's a pretty good game from the reviews and also from people who've played it before. So I'm a little excited to see how it goes. It is voice acted, so I will not have to read anything myself. And I think there's like 2 different versions of this game. I don't know if it's like a complete sequel or if it's just like a different like reimagine in a different world or in a different universe kind of thing. But if I enjoy the first game, I'll consider playing the second one. But we'll see how it goes. It is in Japanese, so you know, we did Road to Empress where it was Chinese, and that seemed to do pretty well. So we'll do that. Eventually, I'll get to the episode 8 of my Invisigal run, and I'll show you guys that on stream. But for right now, I'm not there yet. And when we're cruising together. We're cruising together. Hell yeah. Feel it in your bones, chat. Hell yeah. Cruising together. All right, I'm done with my coffee. Here we are, chat. Let me start getting set up for the new game. Just give me a bit. Listen to some music while I'm changing stuff around. Together. Hakuoki. Kyoto wins. There you go. It is considered mature rated. I don't know why. I don't think there's any nudity. There's like slight nudity, like, you know, no shirts, maybe, but I don't think it's like full on peener. You know what I'm saying? I think. If there is, I'm gonna have to hide the VOD. There shouldn't be. I've seen some of the characters and I'm like, I see some twinks in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to see twink peener. I love it when we're cruising together. Oh wait, I need to copy this and put it on the other window too. Okay, that's there. Can I stay? What? I said, okay, that's there. Sometimes these captions be wrong. Okay. Let me turn off the rain sound. Well, go. I don't understand you. Okay. Let me go here to my game capture. And let me turn off the music. The silence is deafening. I'm turning on the game. Give me a second, chat. About my chat. 61, 62. I don't know what that doesn't mean anything. Oh, okay, checking for system. Okay. Let me see. Game's not popping out. There you go. The gamepad's layout is currently configured to the following. A is confirmed, B is canceled. Would you like to switch the layout of A is canceled and B is confirmed? No. What? Oh, let me put the volume up so you guys can hear. Let me know if the volume's too high. Okay. If. Oh no, it's just F. I thought it said if. That's my bad. Design Factory. Automate. We're gonna crash Demon Tears? Oh. Oh, hell yeah. I love the song. Oh, damn. I want to crash it too. Oh, hello. Hi. Toshizo Hijikata? I could be reading all these names wrong, by the way. Hajime Saito Soji Okita? Sanosuke Harada and Hisuke Todo? Susumu Yamazaki Shinpachi Nagakura Kisuke Sanan? Kashitaro Ito Isami Kondo? Ooh! Chikage Kazuma. Ah, I didn't get to read. These people, yeah. Ooh. Too many men. I can't read all these names, bruh. We'll meet them throughout the story. Heck yeah. I'm assuming these are the two main characters if they're the last people on the screen. Pass. You have no taste, Demon Tears, alright? You like broken women. Obviously, this game isn't gonna have broken women. Frick! So loud. Text speed. Slow. Okay. New game. Oh, damn. Oh, we can name ourselves? Do I want to name myself or should I just go with the default? I do have taste. Right. Yeah, let's call it that. Sure. If you had said Malevola, I would say yes, you have taste. Yeah, you can crash into me that many times. I don't think you can afford 3 cars. In your dreams, buddy. In your freaking dreams. Chizuru. I'll just confirm. I don't feel like naming myself. This is work of fiction. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you get it. It's fake. But everybody, I'm still alive. 1864? December 1864. Okay. Hang on. It's a little loud. Let me drop it just a bit. So this is Kyoto. Well, I'm assuming I have to read my own parts. You guys can't see it. It was awfully impressive, no denying it. Even simple hellos between people passing in the street seemed warm and friendly. They nodded and smiled to one another as if family and strangers about on errands. Still, there was something else as well. Something making the city feel strangely cold. Almost as though there was a great invisible wall shutting out anyone wandering from the country. I'm not sure if I belong here. No, that's all in my head. Oh, we're one of these protagonists. Oh, I'm just looking for a place where I belong. Alright, this isn't Hercules. I walked quite some distance to reach Kyoto, and both my mind and body were exhausted. Even so, tiredness was no reason to meander and feel sorry for myself. I couldn't afford to. Excuse me. I hesitantly... What? What? I hesitantly stopped a passerby. I'm sorry, I seem to be a bit lost. Could you... Is this where we meet the first guy? What am I supposed to do now? I was lost again, but in a different sort of way. Oh my god. We have another protagonist who has no sense of direction. Isn't that great? I sighed and looked up the darkening sky. The sun was beginning to set. People I'd spoken to showed me no unkindness, and they'd given me directions I needed, but was now really the best time to leave the city? Learning the person I'd hoped to visit had left town caused hope to seep from my crumbling resolve. The only person besides father I could rely on in the city who I could rely on in the city who I could rely on. What is this double... What? English. Dr. Matsumoto. Dr. Matsumoto was a doctor serving the shogunate. Invisigal? No. I had never met him myself, but my father put a great deal of trust in the man. Why does it keep saying I'm pressing? I'm not. Unfortunately, Dr. Matsumoto was on business and would not return for some time. Nami. Oh my god. You got with Nami in the end, so you should be happy about that. Was I too hasty? Perhaps I should have waited. It is indeed rude to visit without warning, which is why I had sent a letter prior to my arrival. But it seems he had left before reading my letter. Perhaps I thought I should have waited for a reply before traveling to an unfamiliar city. But I could no longer spend time waiting idly for news. Chizuru. Is something wrong, father? He paused for a moment and looked at me.
実はな、しばらくの間、京の都へ行くことになった。
Let me see if I can move myself. Give me a second. Because right now I'm blocking all the term. Give me a second, chat. Do that. I think that should be fine, right? Hopefully. And that means I have to turn you guys this way and the game this way. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, chat. Everybody hang the frick on. Everyone hang on. Hang on, chat. Hanging? Are you hanging, chat? Please, don't leave. I'm just kidding. I sound desperate, because I am. Okay. I'll play.
実はな、しばらくの間、京の都へ行くことになった。
There you go. No, don't leave, Demon Tears, or, I mean, if you want. Let's see here. Let me just line up my game a little better. He left the house often during that period, sometimes for days at a time. How long will he be gone?
それはわからん。一月になるか、二月になるか。
Oh. There was no hiding my disappointment. Nonetheless, I wasn't a child anymore. I couldn't beg him not to go, or some other foolishness. Why do I feel like I'm not a child anymore? It's like 15. It's like 15 years old. Yes, I'd be lonely, but I was much more worried for him. Please, Father, be careful. They say that the city of Kyoto is dangerous. So am I looking for Daddy-o? Is that what's happening right now? Did Daddy-o get lost or something? And now I'm looking for him. He only smiled and nodded.
お前が心配しないように、今日にいる間はできる限り手紙を書くよ。
All right. Okay. You promise? Ugh. And like a typical anime, my father is removed from my life, and therefore I am now emotionally stunted and depend on other men to fill the void of my father's absence. Yes. And because I desire love, I will endure any amount of abuse, toxicity, and just like unfortunate circumstances, all to receive the love that my father should have given me. That could have always been if he just never left for some reason, I guess. A new letter arrived so often I scarcely had the time to respond before another would arrive. He told me that he worried about me being home all by myself. Then the letter stopped. A whole month passed with no word. Father, they say Kyoto is full of ronin. Ronin is like, samurais, no? Where's the freaking... Okay, it doesn't pop out. Usually samurai is paid by their house, but ronin who report to no house often rob people in order to make ends meet. Oh. They're nothing more than violent criminals who hide behind the image of the samurai. Oh, I see. So they're like frat boys of the samurai, right? Is what I'm assuming. Such is the state of the city of Kyoto, the city of Ronin. Small wonder then that I'm worried for my father. My mind would not concoct horrible possibilities, and I often found myself depressed and tense. First, I suppose I need to find a place to stay. Lost in thought, I didn't notice nightfall descend. Girl, have you just been walking this entire time? Jesus Christ. If I was honest with myself, I hadn't the faintest idea of how long searching for him would take. Yeah, no duh. I brought a negligible sum of money with me, enough to last me a month if used wisely. Finding father in this window of time was a must. Otherwise, I would have to depend on Dr. Matsumoto returning in this time, or else I'd be forced to return home without a word. Well, at any rate, I should try to be as frugal as possible, of course. I lengthened my stride and set off on my path. Fortunately for me, men's clothes assisted with keeping a quicker pace than women's. Kyoto presented many dangers to a young girl hoping to explore the city without direction. My disguise, such as it was, proved successful, and I'd safely made it all the way to Kyoto. Such success went to my head and led me to believe I could explore Kyoto as I please. Oh no, we have another dumb protagonist. No, chat, please. Give me a smart one. But Kyoto is not a safe place. I should have remembered that. Instead, I had somehow convinced myself that the city's hidden dangers didn't apply to me. Uh-oh. I was about to discover otherwise. No. Here we go. Alright, hang on. Let me get my game face on. Here we go. We're here, chat. We're unfortunately here. Oh, it's a weird man with no eyes. I spun around. In the street in front of me were 3 Ronin. I only see one, bruh. Can I help you? I did my best to keep my voice calm, reaching nonchalantly for my kodachi. What is a kodachi? Oh no. What is a kodachi? I'm trying to pop out the menu and it doesn't let me. My father encouraged me to take sword lessons. I kept with them and I did rather well. I was confident enough in defending myself. I say we stop playing this and listen to Flambe song for 3 hours? No, thank you. I can only listen to it a certain amount of times. Like, I'm acoustic and whatnot, but I don't stim like that, you know what I'm saying? That's not my stim song. But welcome, Miles, welcome. However, perhaps in my overconfidence in myself is what served the situation at hand to me. Oh. I'd messed up and let my guard down, my fault. There was a chance I could take them on, but there were 3 of them and 1 of me. Only then did I realize that they were far more interested in my sword than they were in me. Uh-oh, they want my sword. But this is... The sword wasn't just some blade I'd picked up. It was a family heirloom spanning generations. Why would you bring that with you? Why do I have the dumbest protagonist ever? There was no way I could give it to the Ronin, though I had a feeling they wouldn't understand. In such a situation, the best decision was undoubtedly to retreat. Yeah, no duh. I turned and ran as fast as my legs could. I'm running, chat. Wow, they sure don't give up easily, do they? I feel like I've been running for quite a while, but I could still hear the Ronin cursing loudly. I ducked into an alley flattening against the wall. After deciding they weren't too close, I crept farther into the alley. Someone left a couple of sheets of wood leaning against one of the houses. A perfect hiding spot. With luck, I thought, kneeling down under them. This was my way to escape this mess. Huh? I was listening for sounds intently. A suspicious calm entered my mind. I'd expect to hear the Ronin yelling to each other, looking for me, but seconds turned into minutes. I heard nothing. I was about to sneak out and have a look when... Oh... Oh, hang on. Let me get my acting face on. I need some water. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, sorry. My water's behind my monitor. Sorry. Hang on. I need to read this line perfectly. Here we go. What? How'd I do? How was that? Did I do good? I did good, huh? I read that so... Damn, that was fire. Oh, I'm so good. Hell yeah. What? Hell yeah. All right. Give me an Oscar. My plan to investigate was immediately halted. Remaining silent and hidden was more important. Still... Oh. It was then that true fear began to set in. There was something dangerous out there. Something quite possibly lethal. Can we get to the danger? Can we just see? Can you just take a peek out, on the outside? Just like take a quick look and, let me know what that is instead of just reading. My imagination conjured up no shortage of gruesome theories. Girl, I just need you to take a peek. Thank you. Even so, I could feel an itch of curiosity. I just wanted to know what was out there. Carefully, I peeked around the corner's edge. The cold reflection of moonlight upon a blade glared at me, and my eyes followed it to the arm that held it, clad in a coat of light blue. Had this person saved me? But no sword, and it appeared my hope vanished. Oh no, we're surrounded by crazies. I knew it. It was too good to be true. I'm not the main character, chat. Only the main character gets the hero. I get the crazies. Or like in the great movie of SpongeBob. Why do I always get the nuts? I heard the Ronin stumbling to beg for his life. The person in the blue coat said nothing, just stepped forward, his sword raised. Ooh. Oh. A high screeching laugh cut the man's scream. Ooh. The blade fell through the air, like a butcher's knife rather than a sword. No skill, just death. The scream turned wet, caught, and disappeared like air leaving half-empty bellows. My eyes went wide. I got some wide eyes. I had just witnessed a murder. Any strength I'd received vanished quickly. My legs gave way, and I crumbled to the ground. My eyes widened like busted shells. What does that mean? Ooh, stop! They're already dead, bro! He died with the first blow, but as I watched, the blades fell, carving lines into the corpse. The soft slip of a blade through flesh. The silent creep of blood across ground. I felt nothing from them but madness. Their only desire was raw, animalistic violence. Whatever they were, it wasn't human. They were broken. I could feel my throat clench. A warm, dark smell brushed against my face. Ew. I slowly recognized the coppery tang of blood. Ew. An icy bolt of fear ran down my spine, crawling into my limbs and freezing me in place. I was terrified. What was I going to do? What could I do? You have to run, Chizuru. Talking to myself now. I forced my jaw open and drew a ragged breath. This was the only chance I'd get. I had to. My body, still numb with fear, was unresponsive. I lurched sideways against the stacked wood, and with a rough clatter, it collapsed. Oh my god. Who is it? What the heck? Who are they? I'm scared. I'm scared, chat. The creatures turned, coats drenched in blood. Is this like a monster game? I thought it was just like Edo period, feudal Japan kind of game. I didn't know it was monsters and demons and stuff. I did not read clearly enough. What? Smash? No! No, I don't want to smash. Their eyes locked with mine and bore into me. So there's 3 of them. Hideous grins split their inhuman faces, shaking with excitement at prey to slaughter. Ah! I don't know, Bob. They look like they're probably buff. I don't know, man. I don't know if they like me that way. I had to run. I couldn't die yet, but my legs refused to move. Their hideous, cackling laughter echoed. I was going to die. My body was frozen with terror. I couldn't even scream. I need a hero, man. This was it. This was the end. Oh. Oh, let me read this out loud. Let me prep this. And action. What? Scene. Thank you. Thank you. Get me an Oscar. Oh, never mind. Don't give me an Oscar. That's okay. I'll just leave. I watched them raise their bloody swords, the moon glinting off the metal. Then there was a flash of light and a soft splash of blood. I could feel it, warm and sticky. Bile began to rise in my throat. But before a disgust took hold, I heard a voice. Oh. The words suggested disappointment, but the voice sounded happy? As he spoke, the strange man smiled, almost as if he were enjoying himself. Oh hell yeah, it's two of them. Here we are, chat. He laughed. The man called Saito aside with the air of long-suffering companion and looked at me. His tone was light, but it confirmed my fears. I may have escaped the schemes of the Ronin, but I was ensnared by something much darker. Really? Is it really that much darker? I don't know, man. It seems better than whatever the other option is. Are you winning, Bobby? I don't know if I'm dying once or dying twice at this point. Like, first I was gonna be robbed by some Ronin, then I was gonna get killed by some Ronin demons, and now I'm possibly gonna die by some Ronin. I don't know, man. That's like death times 3. I don't know where I am. I don't know how I'm alive. Story plot. But hey, play. Huh? Then, who was in charge of these two? I thought this was a romance game. Yeah, I thought so too. I don't feel the romance yet. The conversation led me to believe they were part of an organization. As I thought about it, I recalled hearing about men with blue coats. Ah! My thoughts were interrupted by a dark shape sliding into view. Now what? Oh. Oh, hi. Hey. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. Protagonist. Oh. I swallowed hard. Oh, I swallowed all right. The moonlight shone off his smooth, dark hair. For reasons... The other guys had smooth, dark hairs too. What are we talking about, girl? For reasons I couldn't fathom in the moment, the light on his hair made me think of the wistfulness of flower petals. I hate this protagonist. What's becoming poetic while we're about to get our head sliced off? It was almost as if the cherry trees were blooming out of season. Oh my god, I hate myself. Say it again! Say it again! His voice was cold and quiet, like a blade of eyes. Blue-white moonlight lit his slender face and shone from the blade pointed at my chest. Why is he pointing it at my chest? Pervert. But it wasn't the sword making my breath catch. It was... oh, here we go. It was his eyes. They were fierce and hard, but somewhere behind them... I could catch a glimpse of something else. There could be no doubt that he was prepared to kill me, and yet he looked troubled, not kindness, but perhaps mercy. It's okay, bro. My legs don't work at the moment. I ain't running. I nodded. There was no doubt he meant every word he said. He stared at me for a moment, then grimaced and put his sword away, sighing. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Let me get into my scene. Let me drink some water. Hang on. I prepared for this. I prepared for this. I prepared this. I prepared for this. I prepared for this. Okay. And action. What? What? And scene. Damn, guys, I'm so good. Give me an Oscar. Oh. I was too surprised to stop myself from speaking, and it quickly became apparent that I wasn't the only one.
あれいいんですか土方さん。この子、さっきの見ちゃったんですよ。
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this guy and this guy were the same guy. I was like, they look so similar. I can't. Oh no. I thought they were both the same guy, and I'm all like, bro, why are you trying to kill me now after you saved me? As he spoke to the man he called Hijikata, his eyes narrowed. You know what? Actually, I do want something from the settings. That's not it. No. Text speed? Let's make the text speed a little faster, because it's a little slow. Wait, did I put... Okay.
いちいち余計なことを喋るんじゃねえよ。
Oh.
下手な話を聞かせちまうと、始末せざるを得なくなるだろうが。
It was clear enough that what I'd seen was something they wanted to keep hidden. The more they said, the more I got it. And it was clear none of us wanted such a thing.
厄介なことにしかならないと思いますけどね。
I'm not a kid. I don't know how old I am in this game. I probably am a kid. To be fair, it's feudal Japan. 1864. Feudal Japan.
とにかく殺せばいいってもんじゃねえだろう。こいつの処分は帰ってから決める。
俺は副長の判断に賛成です。ここに長く留まれば他の者に見つかるかもしれない。
Then he looked down at the creature he killed, as though he'd forgotten the whole ordeal.
やはり実務に使える代物ではないようです。
Vampires? Is it vampires? It didn't say anything about that in the game description. It's getting more complicated, chat. It's getting more complicated. He peered down at the corpse, his face an emotionless mask. When he looked back up at his companions, however, his eyes narrowed.
土方とか副長とか呼んでんじゃねえよ。伏せろ。
へえ、伏せるも何もこの大服を着てる時点でバレバレだと思いますけど。
Yeah, it does look like that. You guys look like Power Rangers. He was right. Even I had heard stories about a gang of cruel men in blue coats who cut people down in the streets, but I didn't know how to confront the dilemma of pretending I didn't see any of these horrors. My mind swirled through a pool of worries and thoughts, almost as if I was being drawn into their world. Oh, here we go. A world where there is nothing strange in carrying a normal conversation in the dead of night with corpse for company. Oh god.
肉体的な異常は特に現れていないようですが。
Hijigata thought for a moment before he spoke.
羽織だけ脱がせとけ。あとは観察の方で何とかする。
承知しました。
新選組の大使が切り殺されてるなんて、僕たちにとっても一大事ですしね。
He gave a derisive bark of laughter.
あとはここにいた奴が黙ってりゃ。 世間も勝手に納得してくれるだろうよ。
He looked directly at me, and I got the distinct feeling his words weren't for his companions. It was common for people to be murdered in Kyoto. It was a dangerous city after all. I knew that, of course, but to see it happen? That was something else entirely. If death was such an easy thing in Kyoto, I thought, then the city itself must surely be mad. Is this where like I owe you and I have to pay you back like a life sentence or something like that? I hate games like that, I'm not gonna lie. Huh? I didn't realize right away he was speaking to me. When I did, my eyes went wide. What do you mean, you saved me? Well, he did have a point. Despite their threats, they did save my life. I stood up as steadily as I could manage, brushed some dirt off my clothes, and bowed. Thank you very much. I apologize for not thanking you earlier. There was so much going on, I was a little confused. I glanced up at them tentatively. The man called Hajime also looked confused. His eyes were wide, and he had an expression I couldn't place. Hijikata looked as though he'd taken a bite of something sour. Oh god. I sighed deeply before continuing. I know it seems weird to say that, but he told me I should say thanks, so I looked up. Saito, Hijikata both stared pointedly at anything but me, and the third man was shaking with laughter. He broke out in laughter again, so much that he was forced to wipe a few tears from his eyes as he straightened up. I'm not a kid. I mean, I am, but don't call me a kid. Thank you for helping me. Not quite sure what else to do, I bowed again. Whatever mirth was inspired was gone. The man called Saito now spoke with quite urgency. The man named Okita grabbed hold of my wrist, smiled, and led us down the street. His grip was a touch too tight to be friendly, his fingers like iron cables around my arm. Hey yo, he's not letting me go. There was no question about my situation. I quickly picked up on the notion that if I were to run, I would be killed instantly. My life was in the hands of these strange men. I set my jaw and stood up as straight as I could. My eyes crept up from the blood-stained coat and met Saito's gaze. How is this my fault? Why am I being punished? I hate stories like this because sometimes I just want to be like, bro, can you just, like, what's with the dramatic display? Like, I saw something I shouldn't, I get that, but it's not my fault. Like, if you guys are doing your job, these things wouldn't have attacked someone by now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's kind of your fault because you're the one who, like, made a whole organization and a team to take out these, whatever these things are, and you did it. And now you're, like, blaming me for being bad at your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to, like, smart ass your way out of this, but the game won't give it to you. His words were like a dagger in my stomach. I'd be pissed. What was going to happen to me? Was I going to die? Like, unfortunately, yeah, kind of. Is this where I, like, romance my way out? Ugh. As we walked through the bleak Kyoto night, I felt horror crawl its way up my spine once again. Jerry, blah, 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 blah. I hope your stream went well, Jerry. I hope you progressed in your game. Ah, you did? Yeah. Let me give you a shout out. Hang on. I love Skyrims. Hell yeah. Hang on. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't. Jerry. There we go. There we go. Chat. Jerry was playing Elder Scrolls, so that's kind of your game. Make sure you check out Jerry. My sugar mama, hell yeah. Oh, sorry. Hang on. The cause of my horror wasn't the gruesome end that awaited me, but something else entirely. I think I need more coffee. I spoke with these men and watched them speak, standing next to a warm corpse, soaked in blood. That I had done such a thing terrified me in an altogether different way. Big yawn, Ketchup! Hey, Ketchup. How you doing, Ketchup? Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you had some gobble gobble to gobble gobble, or if not, you had some ham. I prefer ham, to be quite honest. Some honey baked ham with mashed potatoes and macaroni. I am good. Just had some leftover pie. Ooh. There's a restaurant here called, or it used to be called Coco's, where I had like a bakery attached to it. And they would also do like pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving. And I used to work for a small company, and every year the owner would give us a pumpkin pie from Coco's, and it was the only pumpkin pie I ever really liked because it was like sweet, still pumpkiny, and it had like a nice crisp crust, and it had like a good cinnamony flavor. I really liked it. And then you add ice cream to it. Oh, it was the best. I try other like pumpkin pies and stuff, but I don't really like them, to be quite honest. We had honey baked ham, turkey, smoked brisket. Oh, smoked brisket. And a meat bomb, pork stuffed with cream cheese and jalapenos. Never had that. I don't know if I would ever eat cream cheese with my meat, to be quite honest. Get it? I'm just kidding. Was that the first chapter? What? Like a jalapeno inside? Like a jalapeno popper, but inside pork? Oh. What the hell is happening? Why is the song starting again? Oh, it's that guy. Why is the song starting again? Is it gonna happen every chapter? Okay, I know these two as well. Still haven't met them. Still haven't met them either. That guy on the left reminds me of Gara. Ooh, I like the guy in the middle. Okay, more people. More people. Nice. Hell yeah, dance, 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 dance. I'm assuming this is like an anime, right? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Cleared prologue. Oh, okay, it is the part of the prologue. Oh, thank God. Chapter 1, 1864, January. Let me take off my eyes. Hang on. Was it morning? No, it's not. We just turned on every light at night. All the lanterns are on, girl. What happened to me? I attempted to recollect myself. Ah, yes. Right. All at once, the events of the previous night rushed back to me. Take off your eyes? That's right. I took off my eyes. I can put them back on sometimes. Or I can just take them off. Oh. Okay, let's not press W. This isn't my room. My limbs were snugly bound in tight knots, so all I could do was wriggle around in bed, twisting the blankets around me. I yearned for the comfort of my own futon, but the futility of such thoughts only forced me to confront the reality of my situation. If only I could wake from the strange nightmare. Oh, before I forget, you're looking absolutely beautiful today, Bobby. Oh, thank you, Ketchup. Stop. You're making me blush. Aside from my makeup blush, but still. Shucks, Ketchup. Just making my blush. If only I could wake from this strange nightmare. But I could not. Those men from the night before must have taken me with them to the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. Shinsengumi? What will happen to me now? I inhaled deeply, lying down to await my fate. Who the hell is this? Sup, Gramps? It was at the moment that the door slid open. Can I, like... Where's the... I see you finally woken up. His smile quirked as he removed my ropes. My wrists, however, were left bound. And you are? Thank you, Inoue.
さて、ちょっと来てくれるかい？今朝から幹部連中であんたについて話し合っているんだが、昨べあんたが何を見たのか確かめておきたいってことになってね。
Okay. Removing your robes? I think he meant ropes, not robes. I nodded curtly and struggled to stand, but my body was sore from being bound all night. Yeah, I can imagine. You know, it treated me with something like courtesy, but it was clear that I was in a lesser position. I know, right? Had to... He must have been able to guess my thoughts, however, because he smiled and winked. I'm sorry, binding me all night is not really something I would consider of a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the lurky pokes. Ame, I hope you're having a good stream if you're streaming, or whatever it is you're doing. Thank you for the lurkies. Yeah, I know, like, bro, you bound me all night. Like, what? I don't think that's the making of a gentleman, but, you know, whatever. This is in feudal Japan, 1864, it definitely is a patriarchal world, so I guess. Even at home, I heard rumors of the vicious Shinsengumi. They were unflattering. It was hard to imagine that the people in charge of such an organization were gentlemen. Yeah. Todo. Despite Inoue reassurances, it was difficult for me to trust what I was hearing as accurate. Excuse me. Inoue led me to a room and opened the door. I stepped inside and found myself surrounded by the leaders of the Shinsengumi. Their eyes dug into me like sharp knives. I stared before me and then gulped nervously.
Ohayo. 昨日はよく眠れた?
Well, it wasn't particularly comfortable.
そうなんだ。さっき僕が声をかけた時には、君、全然起きてくれなかったよね。幸せそうな寝顔で、ぐっすりだったみたいだけど。
What?
からかわれているだけだ。掃除はあんたの部屋になんか行ってない。
I was gonna say, why are you going to my room? I'm a lady. Quite silent, I stared at Okita. With his grin still spread along his face, he glanced over at Saito.
もう少しこの子の反応を見たかったんだけどな。はじめくんもひどいよね。勝手にバラすなんてさ。
I don't think Saito did anything wrong. You, on the other hand.
おいてめえら、無駄口ばっか叩いてんじゃねえ。
I am a kid, apparently. Didn't he say I was a child? Hichikata's voice broke no further insubordination. Okita shrugged and fell silent, but the smile lingered through his bright eyes.
土方さん、そいつが目撃者。
Just a bunch of men. There's just a bunch of testosterone around me. Bro, relieve me. I know I said I wanted to find love, but I'm introverted, and then you're putting me in a room full of men. My anxiety is already peaking. The man who spoke was, well, he looked more like a boy than a man. Which one was it? Is it this guy? Maybe this is the youthful Shinsengumi captain that Inoue was describing to me. Excuse me, let me get some water. Why is the music scary? I don't know, but it's a little loud for me, and I have a tough time getting to the menu, so... Their faces were still blessed with youth. In fact, one might even confuse them. Let me see, how do I get the... No. I don't know how to get the menu. Hmm?
お前がガキとか言うのよ、平助。だな。世間様から見りゃ、平助もこいつも似たようなもんだろうよ。ガキ扱いしていいのは、俺みたいな立派な大人になってからだぜ。立派な大人って。まあ、新八が言っても説得力も何もねえがな。
Two nearby men replied to Toldo with a very mocking but light-hearted tones. I somewhat recalled Inoue's description of the two energetic members. They don't look energetic, bruh. His mention of them was brief, but seeing them in person was an eye-opening experience. Hell yeah, it was. He said the short-haired one was Nagakura, this one, and the other with longer hair was Harada, so this one. So this is Toldo.
おじさん二人は黙ってなよ。
ふざけんなよ、このお坊ちゃまが。俺らにそんな口聞いていいと思ってんのか？平助におじさん呼ばわりされるほど年は食ってねえよ。新八はともかく、俺はな。てめえ、裏切るのか、佐野。
へへ、新八さん図星されて怒るって大人げねえよな。
Their back and forth rapport seemed developed into a rhythm from years of friendship, which predated my arrival and made me foreign here. No duh. I sensed something apart from curiosity towards me, though like a feeling of animosity. Despite their cheerful levity, they had not forgiven my presence among them. Suddenly, I wanted very much to go home. I wanted to leave this place and never return. Sorry, a hiccup. My chest tightened and I stared down, hoping to wake up in bed with all of this only a memory.
口下がない方ばかりで申し訳ありません。あまり怖がらないでくださいね。
Nope, I trust him even less. my spidey senses are tingling. I trust him even less. His voice was calm and warm, and I felt myself relax, even if only a little bit. Don't relax, girl.
何言ってんだ。一番怖いのはあんただろ、サンナンさん。
Sanan. As he finished speaking, the rest of the men nodded solemnly in agreement. I wondered who could possibly command such fear and respect from these men.
おや、心外ですね。皆さんはともかく鬼の副長まで何をおっしゃるんです。私はいつだって新選組の規範を第一に考えているだけですよ。その規範、ご法度を決めたのは土方君、君じゃなかったですか。
確かに決めたのは俺だ。今はそんなことを言ってる時じゃねえだろ。
The men called Sanan and Hijikata stared at one another with a smirk.
星と三男君は相変わらず仲が良いな。
Who's this guy? Why are there so many men? Hijikata and Sanan sounded distant when they spoke to one another. Not exactly friendly. Ooh, frenemies? Still, the man who spoke certainly sounded as though he thought they were friends.
ああ、自己紹介が遅れたな。俺が新選組局長、近藤勇だ。
When you say chief, do you mean to say you are the most important man in the
い
Shinsengumi?
や、まあ、俺が偉いわけじゃない。皆の代表ということだよ。それから、そこの都市が副長で、横にいる三男君は総長を務めていて。
いや、近藤さん。なんでいろいろ教えてやってんだよ、あんたは。
Oh, that's right. I'm dressed up as a boy. That's what they don't know. I'm a girl. Oh, I just realized. Dang. Gender bender. Totally forgot. Damn. Okay. I'm all like, why are they treating me like so mean? And then I realized, yeah, I'm dressed up as a boy. Now that makes sense. Okay.
まずいのか。
情報を与える必要がないんだったら黙ってる方が得策なんじゃないですかね。
わざわざ教えてやる義理はないと思うけど。
確かにそうなんだが、紹介しないことには話が進まんだろう。
Harada glanced over at Kondo and let out a bark of laughter.
ここまで来たら知られて困ることもねえけどな。
Kondo had looked rather disappointed when Hijikata spoke, but he perked up at Harada's words. Despite knowing him for 5 minutes, it's easy to see his words resonated well with his men. He had a sort of charisma that simply drew you in, a man who was impossible to hate.
本題に入ろう。まずは改めて昨晩の話を聞かせてくれ。
はい。昨晩京の都を夜間巡察中に不老の老子と遭遇。相手が一部の大使らが老子を無力化しましたが、その上彼らが失敗した様子をこの者に目撃されています。
As he finished, Saito turned to look at me. I didn't see anything. Even with my insistence, Hijikata continued to stare at me with a harsh glance. Saito remained expressionless, and the smile on Okita's face didn't change.
なあ、お前本当に何も見てないのか。
Yes, I didn't see anything. Really?
見てないん
Well,
だいいんだけどさ。
あれ、掃除の話じゃお前が大使どもを助けてくれたって話だったの。
no, that's not true. I glanced over at Okita, but his smile remained. Whatever he was thinking was a mystery to me. I was running away from the Ronin. Then some people from the Shinsengumi universe appeared, really. They sort of rescued me.
大使どもが老子を切り殺してる場面はしっかり見たってわけだな。
I couldn't exactly deny that. However, I knew that choosing to stay silent would implicate me deeper than lying would.
つまり最初から最後まで一部始終を見てたってことか。
Well, I didn't actually see. I was hiding, but I could hear it. That's the thing.
根が素直なんだろうな。それ自体は悪いことじゃないんだろうが。
I wasn't sure what to make of Harada's words. My presence seemed bad for the Shinsengumi. Would their next words be ones condemning me to death for being at the wrong place and time? My voice shook, but I knew I had to try. I won't tell anyone. I promise.
偶然老子に絡まれていたという君が私たちに敵対するものとまでは言いませんが。
That's messed up.
君に言うつもりがなくとも相手の誘導尋問に乗せられる可能性はある。
What? Why would I be tortured? His voice was still warm, but his words were cold, and I began to feel my chances at life slip away.
話さないというのは簡単だが、この者が新選組に義理立てする理由もない。
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why I wouldn't be loyal and just like diverge all your secrets. I wonder why. Had nothing to do with being tied up and accused of being an enemy. Surely not.
約束を破らない保証なんてないですし、やっぱり解放するのは難しいですよね。ほら、殺しちゃいましょうよ。口封じするなら、それが一番じゃないですか。
But
当時、物騒なことを言うな。お上の民をむやみに殺して何とする。
そんな顔しないでくださいよ。今のはただの冗談ですから。
I don't like any of them right now, I'm gonna be honest. Right now I'm kind of upset that I can't like smack talk and stuff like that. Give me some options, bruh. After being rebuked by Saito, Okita gave a playful smile.
しかし、なんとかならんのかね。まだこんな子供だろう。
私も何とかしてあげたいとは思いますが、うっかり漏らされでもしたら一大事です。さて、私は副長のご意見を伺いたいのですが、いかがですか、土方副長。
I got quiet because I'm kind of upset. Because I'm like, I really want to say something. I feel like I'm like, bruh. Give me a choice to smack talk. Give me a choice to fight back and be like, y'all suck. Y'all trying to kill a kid because you can't keep secrets and because you failed to do your jobs. It wasn't my fault you didn't secure the area and make sure that no one was watching. Right? They're the supposedly like organization that's done this many times before and whatnot, and you failed at your job, so you're blaming me. I'm just a scapegoat to your failures. Whatever. The men looked at Hichikata, listening intently. He sighed and glanced around the room.
俺たちは昨晩、指導に背いた大使を粛清した。こいつはその現場に居合わせ。
それだけだとおっしゃりたいのですが。
実際このガキの認識なんざその程度のもんだとは思うんだ。
けどよ、こればっかりは大義のためにも内密にしなきゃなんねえことだよな。新選組の大使は血に狂ってるなんて噂が立ちゃ、俺らのタイムにだって支障が出るぜ。
Jinpachi's word made sense to everyone. Hichikata's face looked grim.
おい、言葉を慎め。俺は指導に背いた大使を粛清した。
でもまあ、どっちみち見たことは変わらないんですけどね。
宗司の意見にも一理あると思うが、俺は土方さんや近藤さんの決定に従う。
I don't like any of you. Right now, nobody is in my graces. I don't like any of them.
俺は逃がしてやってもいいと思う。こいつは別にあいつらが血に狂った理由を知っちまったわけでもないんだしさ。
What do you mean? Everything. No, this isn't the time to ask, main character. This is the time to shut up and try to get out. You're looking for your dad. remember? I couldn't help but wonder aloud, and the mood in the room shifted to an icy silence.
余計な情報をくれてやるな。
悪い。
ああ、これでますます君の無罪放免が難しくなっちゃったね。
Why? It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong.
何したるもの、死ぬ覚悟くらいできてんだろ。お前も諦めて腹くくちまいな。
A man? Oh, that's right. They still believed me to be a boy. With everything else that happened, I completely forgotten how I was dressed.
潔く死ぬのも男の道だな。俺も若い頃は切腹したし。
サノの場合、まだ生きてる。
Their jokes were barbaric, but they both broke into raucous laughter.
結論も出ないことですし、一旦このものを部屋に戻してはどうでしょうか。同席させた状態で誰かが機密を漏らせば、処分も何も殺すほかなくなります。
He was right. If I remained with them, then I could easily hear something I wasn't supposed to. I didn't think he'd mentioned it for my sake, but rather as a possible concern for their group. I was still relieved when he brought it up.
そういうことにするか。ちょっと調べたいこともあるし。
私もその判断には賛成しますよ。ここには迂闊な方も多いですしね。
三男さん、わざわざこっち見て言うとかきついよ。
仕方ねえよ。迂闊なのは俺らの担当だろ。主に平助とか
そんな責めるなよ。俺だって悪気はなかったんだからさ。
I could hear Todo's voice rise as everyone turned to look at him. He looked at them for a bit, then turned to me and mumbled in a voice I could barely hear.
あのさ、悪かったな。
I was still apprehensive about what they might do to me, so I couldn't quite respond to him well. But he seemed to understand and I curtly managed to nod. It was the most I could manage.
それじゃ斉藤、こいつを頼む。
承知しました。
Alright. Warrior record has been unlocked. Don't know what that is. After returning to my room, I spent some time reflecting upon my state in my still bound hands. Oh my god, they haven't let me go. The rumors spoke of the Shinsengumi as vicious men, but they seem more intimate, human to me. Still, their presence or their being lingered through me as if to say, we're not killers, but to protect our code we must bring death. Remaining here is only bringing me closer to the possibility of them killing me. I don't know if I can convince them to spare me. Just as I have no loyalty to them, they have no loyalty to me, only the Shinsengumi. But then, they mentioned a man must always be ready to face death, so are they still mistaking me for a man? Could I possibly risk exposing my true identity in exchange for mercy on my life? But this could just as easily backfire for me, and it could exact an even worse fate. Yeah, they would definitely kill me if I was a woman. Because 1, I don't matter, and 2, I have no rights. And 3, I'm even more useless. I was truly at a loss for what to do. Find a way to escape, attempt to explain my situation. Oh god. Oh no, if I ever say I'm a woman. However, here's the thing. So I'm looking for my dad, which is why I dressed up as a boy to come to Kyoto, so that I can investigate and try to see if I could find him. So if I explain that, I don't think that carries much weight, to be quite honest. I don't think they care. I could just be making it up. Also, the fact that I gave up that I'm a woman will probably make it easier for them to just kill me off because no one's gonna remember me or anything like that. I don't really matter that much. My gut is going with find a way to escape. And I'm like knowing anime and visual novels more, the chances are that they'll find out I'm a woman after I try to escape. So either way, my identity will be revealed. But I'd rather be difficult about it. There was nothing for it. I had to try and escape, meaning I needed to get moving immediately. Staying in this room did nothing to help me. Fortunately, they hadn't bothered to tie me up completely again. Only my hands were bound. That would slow me down, certainly, but so long as I could move my legs, I stood a chance. All right, now the exit is... I cast my memory back to when they brought me into the building the night before. Right. I'm sure it would work out. I stood up. Holding my breath, I edged towards the door. I knew it was rude, but had no choice but to try and open the sliding door with my toe. But I was almost there when suddenly it flew open all on its own, revealing...
No!
Oh. Of course. I stumbled straight into Kondo. Of course, the two worst people that could have showed up. His voice was calm and not unfriendly, but his eyes were frigid and calculating. Too late, I realized why they hadn't bothered to tie me up again. They'd been watching me. Yeah, you're not the one being tied up, bro, okay? Tie yourself up and tell me not to run. Okita smiled. He didn't look very sorry. Oh, chat, should I run for it? I had no choice but to run. If I was going to die anyway, then I had nothing to lose trying to escape. Slipping through a stunned Kondo, I took off down the hallway. Oh, he snatched me from the floor in one smooth motion like cat-like grace. Let me go! But I don't want to die. And there's something I have to do. See, I told you. They were gonna know that I'm a girl anyways. Most likely if my disguise is not that great. Huh? Did he just say girl? When I stopped flapping my feet and arms, Hijikata put me back down on the floor. Sir? I looked at Hijikata and he did not seem happy at all. Did you just say girl? I was scared. There was no denying it. Sanan looked at us and nodded. Oh no, now they're all perverted. Great. I don't understand the story plot here. Alright, okay. I thought my flat chest would give it away, but okay, alright. Wait, so all of you knew from the start? Was my disguise that unnatural? I wasn't quite sure what to think. It's okay, never mind. At least some people didn't know. Well, perhaps they hadn't all known. I confess his reaction put me more at ease. What the heck? What does that mean? I looked back to him and nodded. There I was, surrounded once again by the leaders of the Shinsengumi. Don't say my skin was soft, you perv. Kondo was nodding his head repeatedly, as if he was agreeing with a very intelligent suggestion. For him to notice the softness of my features, it was flattered me a bit. Girl, it's creepy, okay?
女の子を一晩縄で縛っておくとは悪いことをしたね。
Yeah, freaks.
でもよ、女だって言うが別に証拠はないんだろ。
What? What is that? What is he saying? Oh no. But it's not like we have actual proof. What, you want me to get naked right now? Proof?
証拠も何も一目瞭然だろうが。なんなら脱がせてみるか。
許さんぞ。衆目の中、女子に肌をさらさせるなど言語道断。
These people, I swear, they're just straight up pervs. Oh my god, you need proof that I'm a girl.
それが一番手っ取り早いと思ったんだ。無理にとは言わないがな。
でもよ、本当に女だって言うなら殺しちまうのも忍びねえよな。
何甘いこと言ってるんだ。男だろうが女だろうが性別の違いは生かす理由にならない。
Thanks, buddy. It's nice to see that he said equal rights. Gotta kill the boy, you killed the girl too. Love it. Yeah.
もっともです。ですが、女性に限らず、そもそも人を殺すのは
No, don't change your tune now. Don't change your tune. You were gonna skin me alive, bruh.
今日の治安を守るために組織された私たちが無益な殺生をするわけにはいきません。
I don't like this guy.
結局女の子だろうが男の子だろうが今日の平安を乱しかねないなら話は別ですよね。
The Shinsengumi had already suffered a very gruesome reputation in Kyoto. If rumors spread that their men were thirsty for blood, things weren't likely to go well for them. Kyoto would banish them, and with no one to protect the people, the city would erupt into chaos. Each of their members deeply understood the consequences of behaving rashly in these times.
悪いが、お前の荷物を改めさせてもらったぞ。どうやら江戸からここまで一人で来たみてえだな。荷物はわずかな着替えと一月分の小銭、それと数通の手紙とこの友達。手紙には幕府御殿医の松本良順の名前。お前の目的は何だ？
The minute my name was spoken, the vibe in the room shifted immediately. Everyone wore a stunned expression, eyes wide, and no words were uttered in response until...
土方さん、その名前は？
おいおい、偶然にしちゃできすぎだぜ。
Well, what's going on?
まあ待て。それを判断するためにも、まずは君の話を聞かせてくれるかな？
At Kondo's behest, I stood up to speak. My name is Chizuru Yukimura. Under the watchful eyes of the leaders, I sharply described how I came to face them. How I lived in Edo. How I come to Kyoto to find my father. Father! Sorry. How lonely the city felt before I arrived.
そうか。出身も江戸だったのだな。父上を探して遠路はるばる京に来たのか。して、お父上は何という方？
My father is Kodo Yokimura.
つながったな。
What are you talking
あな
about?
たが持っていた手紙の筆跡。これはまさに光道さんのものでしたが、まさか本当に光道さんのご息女とはね。
You know my father? The silence was enough to tell me that revelation of my parentage caused a pronounced change in their behavior.
どこまで知ってる？
So you've been withholding information from us? You kind of didn't give me an opportunity to ever explain myself. You're all like, oh look, someone saw me killing someone. I'm gonna bind them and then keep them in a room all night. And then the next day, I'm just gonna like execute them. Just because. So, you know, kind of hard to find a moment to explain myself. Sorry, my bad. Huh? What information are you talking
いい
about?
から洗いざらい全部吐け！何しに今日に来やがった？
I just came to look for my father. I swear I don't know anything
光
else.
道さんが何をしてるか知っててここに来たんだろうが。
What? I was only aware of my father being in Kyoto for his medical work, but I haven't seen him since last summer. That's all I know.
土方君、どうやら本当に何も知らないのかもしれませんよ。
So what do you know about my father?
高堂さんの行方は現在新選組でも探している。
What? You're after my father? So this means...
勘違いしないでね。僕たちは高堂さんを狙ってるわけじゃないから。
I see. A huge wave of relief came over me.
同じ幕府側の協力者なんだけど、実は彼、夏から行方知れずなんだよね。
幕府をよく思わない者たちが高堂さんに目をつけた可能性が高い。
Ah. I let out an audible gasp, but Saito continued without paying me any mind.
高産も高い。乱暴には利用価値がある存在だ。
I wasn't sure what else to do, so I nodded. My heart pounded in my chest, threatening to burst onto the floor. I need a nap? You should take a nap, Demon Tears. It's Friday. Take a nap. Go mimis. Drink some Chucky milk. How do you guys like your chocolate milk? Do you guys like your chocolate milk warm or cold? I think for me it depends. When I was in Mexico, we had like cold chocolate milk, but it was good because it was very, very hot at night. So cold chocolate milk was like super good. But like here nowadays, I prefer like we have the like abuelita's hot chocolate. So I prefer that. I like that. So I think around this time I prefer like hot cocoa rather than the really cold chocolate milk that we usually drink. But I don't know if they have that brand. I forgot what the brand was called. It's like a Mexican brand. I don't know if they sell that here. I'll probably have to like look somewhere because like usually they only have like Nesquik or like I forgot what the other one is called. I like mine hot since there's snow all around me now. Oh yeah, it's probably like heavy snow time for some people right now, huh? Totally didn't think about that. But what's up, Heart Like a Puzzle? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I just realized I haven't moved the bakery. Hang on, chat. Let me move the bakery because I know some of you guys are gonna start getting your breads and stuff. Let me move it because I'm on the right side right now. So let me just move it real quick. I don't know where it goes. I don't know where it's gonna pop out actually. Can someone redeem it? Can someone redeem the bakery oven real quick? I want to see where it pops out. Croissant. Right there. Okay, I'll leave it like right here. Sorry, it's because I'm on the right now for this game. Happy Friday, Bobby and chat. Yeah, happy Friday to you. Heart Like a Puzzle. Very nice for you to come and join us. We're playing a new game and I just escaped death, apparently. Sort of, I think. But people don't trust me and I don't trust them. And you know what? I'll be honest, I don't like any of the guys right now. So I don't know if I'm gonna go for any of them. They would have to make it up to me really hard if they want me to like them even a little bit. Because I don't like any of them. My heart pounded in my chest, threatening to burst onto the floor.
同じ人物を探す者同士、彼女に手を貸してあげてはいかがかと。
手を貸すとはどういうことかね。
高堂さんが見つかるまで互いに協力し合うということです。彼女に協力してもらうことで高堂さんが見つかる可能性は格段に上昇するでしょう。私たちがいくら探しても姿形を変えられてしまっては見抜くことは難しい。ですが高堂さんの娘である君ならば身なりが変わっていようとカンパできますね。
Yes, of course. I nodded as I spoke while giving him what hoped seemed like a steady, reassuring smile. Jeez, smile. Does this look reassuring? I don't know. I gave my best shot.
彼女が手中にあるというのは何かと都合がいいと思います。
どうだトシ、三男君の意見に俺は賛成だ。
こいつが本当に何も知らねえって言うんなら。
It's true. All I know is that my father headed to Kyoto, but I don't know anything else. And about last night, I didn't see
あの
anything.
乱暴医の娘となりゃ殺しちまうわけにもいかねえか。
His eyes narrowed as he looked down at me.
昨夜の件は忘れるって言うんなら父親が見つかるまでお前を保護した。
君の父上を見つけるためならば、我ら新選組は協力は惜しまんとも。
Thank you so much. ありがとうございました. I never imagined something like this. Oh, brief mention. I went to go see Rental Family on yesterday? No, Wednesday, right? Wednesday I went to see Rental Family. Such a good movie, chat. Highly recommend it. It's so beautiful. So nice. It made me cry. It was like another one of those like life movies, like The Passage or something like that. It made me cry because it was just so like connecting with like the people around you and noticing the passage of time and stuff like that. It was just nice, and the story plot really, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a movie about life basically. But it's so well put together. I really liked it. I think Brendan Fraser did a great job, you know, being a gaijin in Japan. It's so nice. I highly recommend it. If you need like a movie to just cry out or just something to like spark joy, I think that movie is a really good movie, especially if you're going to be watching with like family members or something. I think it's a nice movie. The first opening scene is pretty interesting, kind of puts into perspective what you're gonna see, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't expect this, but it was really nice. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I didn't expect to like it, but I did. I liked it a lot. It kind of reminds me of Perfect Days. If you guys have seen Perfect Days, it's kind of like that. I was elated to have escaped death, but not only had I survived, but I found my first decent lead. I don't like this guy. He gave me that wolfish grin. Ew. There was no denying that my situation was still less than desirable, but it didn't matter for now. Yes, I'm very glad. Against all odds, at last I found help where I'd never have expected it, the Shinsengumi. My first day in Kyoto was quite the adventure. In spite of everything I'd seen, my fortune was improving with every step. I still had a long way to go, but keeping positive was my only hope. Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure for me as well. I kind of have to say that. I don't like any of them.
ここのような男女体では申し訳ない気がするんだが。
ええ、そうですね。これはちょっと困りましたな。
Kondo crossed his arms and thought deeply.
不便があれば言うといい。その都度可能な範囲で対処しよ
う。Thank you.
まあ、女の子となりゃ手厚くもてなさんといかんよな。
What? How about just being nice in general? What does me being a girl have to do with it?
女の子に弱いもんな。でもだからって手のひら返すの早すぎ。
いいじゃねえか。これで豚書が華やかになると思えば、新八に限らずはしゃぎたくもなるだろう。
I wasn't entirely sure I believed that sentiment.
とはいえ、 ここでは女性として扱うのは難しそうです。大使として扱うのもまた問題ですし。
なら誰かの交渉にすりゃいいだろう。近藤さんとか三男さんとか。
Gonna make her a page or something. Want an assistant. Kondo, how about you, Sanan?
やだな、土方さん。そういう時は言い出しっぺが責任取らなくちゃ。
ああ、そうだな。都市のそばなら安心だ。
Uh-oh. No.
そういうことで土方君、彼女のことよろしくお願いしますね。
Oh no, なよろしくお願いしました。Oh no.
てめえら、勝手に決めてるんじゃねえ。
As I watched their back and forth, some of my earlier relief began to ebb away, and this is how the Shinsengumi had come to look after me. Oh god, this stresses me out. It stressed me out. I'm not gonna lie. February, a month later. Okay. We'll do one more chapter, chat. We'll do one more chapter. Mid-February 1864. I slid the door open and met a breath of cool morning air. Clumps of thick clouds trundled silently over the city, an unusually strong wind driving them along. It's cold today. I shivered a bit and grabbed a jacket from near the door to wrap around myself. A week had passed since I'd begun living in the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. I was given a room of my own, but they made it clear that I wasn't to roam freely. They were the best accommodations, but given how close I was to being murdered by them, instead I thought it's best not to complain. Yeah, because they're all walking around with swords. Still, do I really need to dress like this all the time? I sighed, staring at my feet on the cold floor. How was I dressed? They'd given me temporary accommodation, but it wasn't without its strict conditions.
お前の身柄は新選組預かりとする。が、女として屯所へ置くわけにはいかねえ。新選組にかくまわれている女がいる。そんな話が万一にも広まれば、よくねえ勘繰りをする奴も出てくる。それに、噂を聞いて行動さんを狙っている奴らが、お前まで狙い出すかもしれね
え。Yeah.
もちろん、行動さんが狙われていると確定したわけじゃねえがな。こういう不確定要素が多い現状で、迂闊な行動は取れねえってことだ。だから、お前には断層を続けてもらう。面倒だろう。それでいい。
Oh, so I still have to be a boy. Okay. Clear. His reasoning was sound. Perhaps more than that, I knew he was concerned not only for the Shinsengumi, but also for the safety of my father and myself. I didn't have a choice regardless, but keeping this in mind made his orders more palatable.
それに、たとえ君にその気がなくとも、女性の存在は体内の風紀を乱しかねない。
I don't like Sanan.
ですから私たち幹部のほか、大使たちへも君の情報はそれこそどこから広まるかわかりませんからね。
I understand the situation, so what should I do while I'm here?
屯所じゃ何もしなくていい。部屋を一つやるから引きこもってろ。
あれ？おかしいな。この子、誰かさんの故障になるんじゃなかったですか？
いいか、掃除。てめえは余計な口出しせずに黙ってろ。
Before long, I'd been there for a week. I guess I don't have much of a choice. No sense in dwelling on what I can't do after all. Although it's still a new sensation, I'd grown comfortable in dressing like a boy, particularly the feeling of wearing pants. I straightened up and touched the kodachi that Hijikata had given back to me. This was a familiar friend of mine, the blade by my hip stretching back to as far as I can recall. According to my father, this was an important heirloom passed down through the Yukimura clan. As such, I was forced to take lessons in swordplay, making me well aware of what the blade was capable of. I had never cared much for weapons. Sorry, my ear's itchy. Hang on. Weapons hurt people, which is an obvious factor, but it was more than that, at least for me. For as far back as I could remember, any wounds I suffered healed at an incredible rate. Small cuts would disappear overnight. As a child, I thought nothing of it, but as I grew older, I began to realize that I was not quite normal. Of course. We're the main character who can heal unexpectedly. Oh. Whoa. Hang on. Sorry, I moved something over here. Are you like a yokai? I'm starting to think that's where it's headed, you know? Like maybe part, like half yokai? And the plot thickens. What's the word for half demon? Akuma? No. What's the Japanese word for half demon? I forgot. Don't remember. Doesn't come to my head. It'll get there. My father insisted it was a gift of the gods, but that I should tell no one of it. I didn't tell anyone, of course. I was afraid they would treat me like a monster if they knew. Ever since then, I'd done my best not to get hurt. I stayed away from blades as I could. And before I realized it, I developed fear of them. Daywalker. My constant need for a disguise was frustrating, but my condition left me more unsettled. Still, that wasn't the only thing on my mind. The rank-and-file soldiers treated me coldly. I'm not just imagining it, right? I learned having a private room was a privilege, even for captains, for a child to arrive and receive better treatment than their own captains. No surprise, really, for the soldiers to hate me. True, I suppose I can't really blame them. I was enjoying the Shinsengumi hospitality, and so I felt I should help them in some way, but I knew nothing of soldiers and their ways. I gave as much effort as possible, despite Ichikata's commands for me to remain in my room. How does one calm the lonely, restless mind? With alcohol. I think for the soldiers, whenever the captains or other officers would look out for me, it appeared as if they were giving me special treatment. They're just watching me. To make sure I kept my mouth shut, they took turns keeping watch over me. Any mistake on my part would cause huge trouble, so they were making an effort to keep me contained. Even if I could speak with the soldiers, what conversations could we share? Nothing? My only respite from any possibility of detection would be to stay alone again. And all I wanted from this, though, was to find my father. Even though they promised to help me, keeping me locked away here without the ability to leave was no better than being tied up. Just when I felt like I had made some progress into my journey, my search was kept to a halt. Perhaps I thought I could talk to Hijikata, if he would give me permission to look for my father. Oh no, that's right. Hijikata recently departed to Osaka. Well, if Hijikata's not here, I wasn't sure what to do. Search the compound. As I thought about it, I realized I had no idea how the Shinsengumi compound was laid out. If I were to live here, I thought, then I ought to make an effort to learn. Here we go. I'm gonna get in trouble again. I took a deep breath, gathered my courage, and stepped out of the room. There's no one here. I looked around. The hall was utterly empty. Then again, since I snuck out of my room, it was probably for the best that no one had seen me. Still, I felt a little guilty about it. Perhaps I should have stayed in my room. If I wandered around the compound, it was likely I'd see something I wasn't supposed to. I'd already stumbled onto one of the Shinsengumi secrets that night I met them. I had no wish to do so again. Maybe I should reconsider. After some deliberation, I decided it was best to return to my room, but as I turned to walk back... From near the entrance, I heard something. Slowly, I peeked around the corner. Walking toward the door, looking as if they would prefer not to be seen, were Harada and Nagakura. Oh! Can I come with you? Maybe if they let me go outside, I could finally start looking for my father.
いや別に構わねえが、お前は楽しくないんじゃねえかな。
連れて行けるかバカ。勝手に許可してんじゃねえよ。
ああ、外出禁止なんだっけな、お前。それより見張りなしで部屋から出てていいのか？
Well, where are you going anyway?
おいおい、ごまかすなよ。まあ、いいけどな。俺らはこれから島原に行くとだ。
Shimabara? The name was familiar. Wait, isn't that the red light district? Oh my god, of course, men. Pugh. I spit at men. Of course they would. Nagakura shook his head between us inside.
向かって島原に行くとか、わざわざ本当のこと言うなよ。
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
嘘つけねえんだよ、俺。知ってんだろ。考えに繰り出すくらい別にやましくもねえし。
お前は酒が目当てだろうから、後ろめたくもなんともねえだろうよ。
Nagakura, are you going for something other than alcohol?
いや、そう
Okay, good
酒
chat.
っていうかなんていうか、ほら、お酒って言うだろ。
Oh, the girls, yeah, the girls poured the drinks for you. Alright, Nagakura. I see. Hell yeah. True, they were likely no shortage of beautiful women throughout Shimabara. Someone like Harada, who visited just for the drinks, was a rarity, if I were to guess. But you're going in the afternoon?
真っ昼間から酒飲むのも男のロマンってやつなんじゃねえの？
Harada held a natural charm that seemed to shrug off any judgment over possible impropriety. Well, even so, I hardly think it's good to be drinking in the afternoon. Even if it was every man's dream, it didn't feel right to condone it. Two captains drinking during the afternoon would hardly help the Shinsegumi's low public opinion. Then again, perhaps it wasn't my business to think of the Shinsegumi's public reputation.
あのよ、昼から遊び歩くのはあんまり常識的じゃないってお前の言うこともわかるんだけどよ。
Yes.
近頃の今日は何かと物騒なんだ。俺たち新選組だって部活に夜遊びできねえ。
Oh, I see. Yeah, they have to work at night, so they probably can't go out to drink.
だから常識に縛られず行きたい時に行く。真っ昼間から遊びに行くことを迷わねえ。
Oh my god. They're gonna like, I'm gonna go get drinks with women. No matter what, you can't stop me. I don't care if it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. That didn't really seem right. But even so, on some level, his absurd logic made some sense. After all, everyone needs to relax from time to time, especially if they have the worries of the Shinsengumi. And if they worked at night, then when else would they go in the afternoon? I was reflecting upon this when Todo walked in.
まさかお前も行くの？
Well, I still haven't received permission to leave the house. I don't want Hichikata to get mad at me.
そっか。そいつは残念だな。
You're going to Shimabara too then, Todo?
もうそうだけど。で、東堂さんとか他人行儀な呼び方やめようぜ。
Well, what should I call you
平
then?
介でいいよ。みんなも俺のことを平介って呼ぶし、これからしばらく一緒に暮らすんだしよ。
平介。
それに、そのデスマスもやめようぜ。年も近いからもっと気楽に話してくれよ。
Really? I just didn't want to be rude, Todo.
ほら、治ってないぜ。
Oh, right. Alright then. Hisuke.
そうそう。んじゃあ、今日から改めてよろしくな。
Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Hisuke. Ugh. It wasn't anything important, I knew, but something about the exchange made me feel happy. Hisuke had perhaps unknowingly cheered me up. But you're still going to Shimabara then?
そりゃそのでも島原だから女ってわけじゃねえよ。みんなで酒飲んでバカ騒ぎしてる。
Right, right. It's definitely not going for the women. Sure.
お
Oh,
前が女の格好をしてくれるんならそれだけで十分に目の保養なんだけどな。
oh, come on. Now they're blaming me. They're all like, if you were dressed like a real girl, maybe like we wouldn't have to go all the way to Shimabara to be pervs. Shut up. Shut up. Do you want women to dress up? Do you not want women to dress up? If I dress up too sexy, I'm a whore. If I don't dress up, I'm a man. Just say it. You love men. Just say it. You have to show a little ankle. Ew. Some of my wrist. Hang on, I'm eating candy. A little bit of wrist, a little bit of neck, the back of my neck. What?
あ、俺も絶対可愛いと思う。いろいろ落ち着いたら振り袖とか着てみせてくれよな。
Oh, come on. Guys, that's just so sudden. It was embarrassing for them to treat me like a girl all of a sudden, as if it just occurred to them. Dress like a girl, what should I tell them? F it. Not sure what else to do. I nodded awkwardly, and they beamed back at me. When I get the chance someday. Sound good? Oh, this is like it boosting your affection.
やったぜ。
Is that what it means?
約束だぞ。忘れんなよ。
Okay. I do need Hisuke's advice on how I should dress, considering it was something I looked forward to once I got the opportunity. So why did I feel so embarrassed? Once settled the topic of the appropriateness of my wardrobe, Nakakura shared his opinion.
そういうわけでさしてくれよ。俺らは汗水垂らして今日の治安を守ってんだぜ。
That's not a very convincing excuse. Despite my reservations, I understood the truth. They were partaking in normal activities for men. Yeah. Drinking and checking out chicks. Totally get it. Besides, who was I to try to stop them in the first place? I certainly had no authority over them. While visiting pleasure quarters in broad daylight wasn't my thing. Hang on, chat. Hang on. Something's going on outside. Sorry, chat. I heard a cat cry outside. I thought it was one of the strays we usually feed. What's up, Sweaty Pickle? Hang on, give me a second, chat. I didn't see the cat though. I was trying to check because my dad was coming in with the truck too. How you doing, Bobber? I don't know, man. Hang on. Oh god, I hate this. The UI on this game is not great. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me do the kisses. For some reason my mix it up is not working at the moment. Let me do this. Why is it not working? When this happens. And my mix it up is busted right now. I don't know why I decided to just die at the moment. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to restart it. Task manager. Mix it up. And task. This is not going the way I wanted to. Oh my god, everything is freezing. Everything is frozen. Okay, let me do the kisses real quick and then I'll start my mix up over again. Give me 1 second. There we go, and hopefully you heard that. And let me do my mix it up again. For some reason, it died. Give me 1 second. Okay. There's that. It should be okay now, I think. Yeah, should be okay now. Sorry, there was a glitch in the mix it up, so I didn't do those redeems. I guess, let me see, can I replay? I don't know if that's gonna work. Nope, it's not gonna work. Okay, well, it may or may not work. I guess I could do this. Let me see. You did, okay, can probably this one. And then you did forbidden. There's a lot of people on me. And then you did chat munch. That's gonna kind of get in the way, but okay, here we go. There you go. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Key. And there we go. Oops. Hopefully that works out now. let's continue. We're almost done with the chapter. Right. Well, let's continue with the story. I was a guest of the Shinsengumi, and it would be rude for me to try and tell them what to do. But even so, they went out of the way to talk to me until I felt better about the situation. This showed they were good men with nothing to hide. Alright. I suppose their reasoning made sense to me. A part of me was just envious of them. I too wanted to be free of the staleness in my compound and search for my father. Even though I was still turning the issue at hand in my head, the thought of food made me salivate. Alright then, I'd like some tangerines. Maybe we can eat them together tomorrow afternoon.
土方さんから外出許可が下りたらさ、お前の好きなとこ連れてってやるから。
Well, thank you, but Hisuke, you don't need to worry, alright? Even if you couldn't take me out, it's the thought that counts. Thanks for cheering me up.
ちゃっくら出かけてくるぜ。
Just as I waved to send those three off.
おや、これからみんなで出かけるのかい?
Here we go. All of us nonchalantly turned our heads to see Inoue pacing towards us. They all refused to make eye contact and fell silent, so I responded to Inoue in their stead. Well, I'm not going anywhere, but who is this asking individual? He's kind of a member of the organization, I guess. But obviously, he's older, dashing. Oh yeah, when they used to like shave the top part of their head. Yeah. I had no idea what else to say. Were they expecting me to cover for them? Hisuke quickly warmed to his excuse, so as did Nagakura.
そう、それだ、平介。よく言った。今日は天気もいいし、風が暖かいからな。
Yeah, what they said. After hearing their excuse, Inoue reacted.
Nagakura君たちは熱心だな。せっかくの機会だ。私も付き合わせてくれるかい?
Oh no. He looked honestly happy, pleased with the dedication of his fellows. They wanted to go to the red light district. Seeing as they were hopeless in getting themselves out of this, I decided to lend a hand. You guys are really going to the train? Just then, Hisuke opened his mouth.
Ah, ごめん! 俺もみんなと素振りしたいけど、今日は先約があるから付き合えないんだった。
Plans?
こいつに豚書の中を案内してやるって約束。そうだったよ
な。It was news to me.
話合わせてくれ。
Oh, poor guy. He gave me a desperate, somber look with his eyes like a sad puppy. I had no choice but to go along. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
ああ、そうそう、そうだよな。
His eyes sparkled, and he grabbed a hold of my hand and began to walk off. Hisuke had cheered me up earlier, after all. Perhaps in this way I was returning the favor. Before he couldn't finish, Harada interrupted, a mischievous grin appearing on his face. Well, I suppose you have a point.
そうか。原田君の言うことはもっともだね。彼女のことは2人にお任せするとして。じゃあ長倉君、我々は中庭に行こうか。
介のみならずお前も笠野。
His knuckle turns white, his face shook with exasperation. What? So we left him behind? Ha, he was our scapegoat. Heisuke grabbed my hand, had that pushed me from behind, and soon we were moving away from the entrance of the at a rapid clip.
裏切り者！戻ってこい！
Nagakota's shout were echoing, but the laughter of the two men caused their eyes to sparkle in kind. It was infectious, and I couldn't help but laugh with them, my worries gradually drifting from me. After the commotion settled, Hiisuke and Harada gave me a tour around the headquarters. Nagakota alternatively had none such luck. I heard later that he and Inoue spent the rest of the day training, just the two of them. Oh. At the end of the day, I think he's a good man. Time stood still, shadows drifting along my wall. How long am I going to do this? Solitude was proving detrimental to any glimmer of hope. My heart felt heavier with each moment. How long the wistful, forlorn mind can become. I'd been swept up in the frightening world I didn't understand and couldn't possibly control. I can't possibly figure out what's happening to father if I'm stuck here. Only Hijikata can give me permission to leave, and he's gone. All I could do was wait. Lamenting things I couldn't change wouldn't improve my situation, and would arguably make it worse. I knew I couldn't trust the men of the Shinsengumi completely. They were, after all, men who could take the life in the blink of an eye. Hell yeah. It would be just as easy for them to end my life. Well, at least they've all been nice to me for now. They're nice men deep down, right? Huh? Ah. What are you doing here? Did you hear everything I said? He heard me. He had definitely heard me. Why are you saying things out loud, girl? Why can't you just have inner thoughts? I wanted to scream, but before I could open my mouth, Saito stepped out from behind the door. Of course. Wait, were you here the whole time too? Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry for screaming like that. True, I didn't say anything bad, but still. Well, I was just embarrassed to be caught talking to myself. As Saito watched me fidgeting, mumbling, his eyes pierced right through me. Yeah, girl, stop talking. Just shut up. Just shut up. Oh, no, nothing at all. What? What were you trying to say, bro? Saito shrugged shortly before we caught the sound of footsteps approaching us noisily. What? Hiisuke shot through the door. The moment he saw us, however, his face fell. You and her buddies now? Okay. Ooh, food.
おめえら遅えんだよ。この俺の腹の高鳴りをどうしてくれんだ。
新発さ、それってただ腹が鳴ってるだけだろ。
お前らが来るまで食い始めるのを待っててやった。俺様の寛大な腹に感謝しやがれ。
新八、それ寛大な心だろ。それじゃ、いつものように自分の飯は自分で守れよ。
今日も相変わらずせこい夕飯だよな。というわけで、隣の晩ご飯突撃だい。
I'm assuming this is us, right? Oh, you guys probably can't see. Hang on. Let me do this. Yeah, I'm assuming this is us right here. Judging from the pictures on the website. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Do they know you're a girl? At this point, yes. They always knew. My disguise did nothing. I was just wearing pants. That was a disguise. Pants.
弱肉強食の時代、俺様がいただくぜ。
おー。
ちょっとシンパッツァ、なんで俺のおかずばっか狙うかな。
それは体の大きさだ。大きいやつにはそれなりに食う量が必要なんだよ。
じゃあ育ち盛りの俺はもっともっと食わないとね。
毎回こんなんですまないな。
I've gotten used to it.
慣れと恐ろしい。
Oh, why aren't you taking anything?
あんまりお腹いっぱいに食べるとバカになるしね。
おいおい、バカとは聞き捨て。だがその飯はいただくぜ。
どうぞどうぞ。僕はお酒をちびちびしてればいいし。
んじゃ俺も酒にするかな。
ただご飯とか気にしないでお腹いっぱい食べるんだよ。
No, I can't help but feel a little bad though.
自分の飯は自分で守る。
Okay. So I bust out the sword, right? I defend my food with sword. Always eating alone made me experience of a dinner with these men both exhilarating and a frightening evening for me. It was actually fun.
最初からそうやって笑ってろ。俺らもお前を悪いようにはしないさ。
Harada, his mouth curled up to an honest smile of his own. Had I really looked so down, perhaps they were all trying to cheer me up. I wasn't quite sure how to feel. Let me go search for my father. It's a trap, I know. It's love bombing. I'm just kidding. I need to go look for my dad. That's the whole point of the game. I want to find my father, and they're all like, oh, let me make you feel better by sitting next to you during dinner or something. I was conflicted over whether or not to feel pity for myself or to appreciate the moment for what it was. The joy seemed to be winning out. However, I caught myself smiling as Inoue entered the room.
ちょっといいかいみんな。
As usual, his voice was warm, but in his eyes was a level of solemnity I've never seen before, at least during our brief acquaintance thus far. The warmth of the room slowly evaporated. I've just received word. Oh, sorry. Oh, deserved. What?
何があったの？
ああ、二人が訪ねる大坂の呉服屋に老師たちが無理やり押し入ったらしい。駆けつけたトシさんと三男さんがなんとか老師たちを退けたらしいが、その時に切られたそうなんだ。
Is he going to be all right?
相当の深手だと手紙に書いてあるけど、傷は左腕とのことだ。剣を握るのは難しいみたいだが、命に別状はないそうだよ。
Oh, thank goodness. I exhaled as a brief sigh of relief, but the rest of the room was tense, still itching for answers.
数日中には当初へたどり着くんじゃないかな。それじゃ、私はイサミさんと話があるから。
He turned as he spoke, his last words delivered over his shoulder, and was gone. It was Saito who soon broke the awkward silence.
剣が握れないほどの深手か。腕の筋まで立たれているかもしれん。刀は片腕で容易に扱えるものではない。最悪三男さんは二度と死ぬ。
Alas, I understood.
片腕で扱えば刀の威力が損なわれる。そしてつばぜり合いになれば確実に負ける。
Oh.
薬でも何でも使ってもらうしかないですね。三男さんも納得してくれるんじゃないかな。
そうじ。めったなこと言うもんじゃねえ。幹部が羅刹になってどうするんだよ。
I thought that said furries. Furies! Oh my god. Wait, that didn't make any sense. What are the Furies?
ああ、羅刹ってのは薬を飲んだら怪我も治っちまう。
平助
Oh. Oh. Before I could move, Harada was on his feet halfway across the room. I barely had time to gasp before he drove his fist into Hisuke. Hisuke, are you alright?
やりすぎだぞ、佐野。悪かったな、平助。先に口を滑らせたこっちも悪かった。
大丈夫か悪かったな。
After a moment, Harada curled nodded to Hisuke in apology, the latter offering a quick, pained smile.
今のは俺が悪かったけど、たく佐野さんはすぐ手が出るんだからな。
His punch had enough force to knock out a lesser man, but Hisuke seemed unfazed. It was never clear how different these men were.
今の話は君が聞いちゃいけないことにほんのちょっと首を突っ込んだところだ。これ以上のことは教えられねえんだ。気になるだろうけど何も聞かないでほしい。それとさっきの平助の話は忘れてくれ。
His voice was friendly, but his eyes gave his words a cold weight that made me feel uncomfortable.
羅刹っていうのはかわいそうな子たちのことだよ。
Okita's voice was flat, emotionless. A sudden chill of melancholy entered his eyes. I couldn't bring myself to say anything more. Thankfully, Nagakura broke the awkward silence.
お前さんは何も気にしなくていいんだって。だからそんな顔するなよ。
I was only a guest in their house, not a warrior of the Shinsengumi. The truth of the Shinsengumi secrets were no business of mine. Something I'd known. There was little value in that sentiment, however.
忘れろ。深く踏み込めば、あんたの生き死ににも関わりかねない。
Do you care about me, Saito? Is that it? Please tell me you do. I'm so lonely. I bit my lip and kept silent. The wall between us was almost tangible, almost far too large an obstacle for me to defeat easily. I finished my dinner in sad silence, excused myself, and returned to my room. I had a great deal to think about. Furies, huh? I wondered to myself if the Furies referred to the Rakshasa pictured in the Buddhist texts. Though I wasn't well versed, I recalled reading a text about a man-eating demon god with that name. I have no idea where to start, from drinking the medicine to Captain becoming a Fury. Can you stop speaking out loud, girl? Stop saying stuff out loud. You already caught once. No, I wasn't supposed to think about those things. I was only going to get myself in trouble if I stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Seeing or hearing the wrong thing could kill me. If I die, I'll have a hard time looking for my father. The Shinsengumi captains are keeping themselves hush around me, especially about the Furies. Are they doing it to protect me? Even if I dug around, I'm sure nothing good would come of it. With that in my mind, I did my best to clear my head of the evening's events and slipped into my futon. Oh, March. Is this like a monthly thing? Does everything go by months? Hang on. Hang on. Where's the menu to this thing? There you go. Alright, chat. I'm gonna save it here. Okay. It's right there. So we did chapters 1, 2, 3. This is chapter 4, I believe. So we'll leave it here for now. So we'll be on chapter 4, basically, when we come back. It was definitely long chapters. These are definitely long chapters. So I'm going to try to do it maybe like 2 chapters. Maybe 3. But for now, I'm just going to stick to 2 chapters, depending on how much time I get. So far, the story is developing, I think, which is pretty good. Not a lot of romance. It's more like affinities that you're gonna try to increase, I guess. I think the story will pick up. From what I understand, this is a pretty long game. So most likely it's a slow burn for right now. But I'm sure it'll pick up soon after we get to a few chapters. Yeah, I like it. Apparently this is like a well-known game for people who like visual novels, so I'm kind of excited. I'm glad that I get to play it. Give me 1 second. Let me go to the other window. Give me 1 second. There we go. We're here, chat. Okay. Let me move this. I didn't have to move this actually. This was in the right position. All right, chat. Thank you all for being here. I'm a little tired. I'm going to raid you guys to have you guys raid into someone else. Thank you for being here. We will be back on... I don't know if we're doing a collab tomorrow. I'm not sure. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here. Alright, like a puzzle. It's nice to see you again. I don't know if we're streaming tomorrow for a collab. I have not received an answer to that. Probably not, because I think some of us are not here. But if we don't do it tomorrow, I stream on Sunday morning. So Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be streaming then. Don't know what I'm going to stream yet. Don't know if I'm going to continue this so I just can get ahead or what's going to happen. But I'll stream. Let me see who we can raid into. Let's see. Who is available right now? Is anybody alive? Do you guys know? If not, ooh, you know who's my twin is on right now. Let's go raid my twin. Oh, I wrote it wrong. There you go. Alright, chat. We'll go raid my twin. Make sure you guys are respectful to my twin. She is doing Dead by Daylight. She does have open lobbies, so if you guys play Dead by Daylight, you guys can join the lobby. And she's super sweet and kind. So make sure you guys are respectful. I will see you guys... Hang on. I will see you guys on Sunday morning. Oh, Sunday morning is actually our movie day. I have to make an announcement about that. All right, I'll make an announcement. It's movie day on Sunday, chat. Never mind, we're not playing games. November 30th, right? Yeah. It's movie day. So I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, chat. I will see you on the next one. All right, bye, chat. Thank you, my streamer buddies. Thank you to my Twitch viewers. Thank you to my lurkers. Thank you to my YouTube viewers. I will see you guys all on the next one. Bye, chat. Bye-bye.